Beloved friends, welcome to another week of sacred reading, uh, also known in Latin as Lectio Divina, a traditional practice of taking a sacred text and reading that text so that it might speak to us today, reading through and through and through again, generally aloud, either in a group or by yourself and seeing what word, phrase, image might speak into your life today. It might give you encouragement. It might call you out. It might remind you of something that you need to be more intentional about, whatever it may be. It's the belief that the scripture can speak today, and not just through Bible study, although Bible study is very important, but Bible study is often done with commentaries and exploring the original language, trying to understand what the author might have meant when they actually said the words in the context they were spoken. Lectio Divina is more about perhaps understanding that allegorically or metaphorically or literally, a word or phrase spoken in a sacred text may actually resonate deeply with us and invite us into something right now. We tend to mirror what we bring to the text sometimes, and that's okay. What's going to ring truest for you is probably something that's either bothering you or stirring in you. That's why when we read scripture so often, each time we read it, it says something different to us, I think. So Lectio is just an invitation to do that. For the last 3 weeks, we've been reading one verse at a time. We'll see if we continue that practice after this week, but for now, we will. We're in the first letter of John, chapter 3, and today we're just looking at verse 4. At the end of my reading it aloud to us, we will pause. You can turn off the video and just go and do your own reflection. Read it in your own version if you want to. Aloud is preferable if you don't mind, but don't let that get in the way. If you're self-conscious about it, you can read it in your mind. But reading it aloud allows you to activate your entire body vibrationally, vocal cords. When I'm speaking now, I can even feel the vibration in my feet as it's vibrating. You can feel it all through your body as well as hear it with your heart and with your ears. So consider that if you want to. But after I've read it aloud to us just once, oftentimes when I do Lectio Divina, I read it 3 times aloud with a pause between. I will then share a reflection of what I heard. This isn't the exhaustive reality of what the text says. It's what it's said to me today. We did Lectio Divina again tomorrow, and I read the text again. Something else may speak to me. So each day is new, is fresh, and you can read the text with that in mind. Catching my breath, encourage you to catch yours. And now, listen for a word from the Lord. All who walk in broken ways are trampling over the law of the chosen one, for all broken ways go against his law. For me today, broken ways and trampling rose in me. The image of a path that is has been broken in some way. I often find myself, the image that came to me, I often uh, take walks in nature, and there's a path that I follow. And after big storms, sometimes there'll be trees across the path. In fact, after some really big storms, there were trees so big that I really had trouble getting under or over or around them because they were big trees. Uh, and those paths were broken. I couldn't continue the path. I couldn't. The relationship of continuity was broken. Um, and that was the image that rose for me. And that when I walk in broken ways, I suspect in other translations it's something like all who walk in sin or hate or something along those lines, but that's not the translation we read. All who walk in broken ways are trampling on the way of the chosen one, on the law of the chosen one. And we know from reading 1 John, but with a general eye to all that the sacred texts tell us, is that that the law of the chosen one is love. Anyone who says who says they love God and hates their brother is a liar. That's what it tells us in the first chapter of 1 John. So this law of love gives me an opportunity to do an examination of my life today. How am I doing with walking in this law of love, or is my way, the path of the chosen one, broken in my life? I suspect it gets broken even if it's not in general broken. And how might I be attentive to not walking in broken ways? Those are my reflections. That's what this text said to me this week. I'm delighted you joined me. I encourage you, if you want to respond with some of the things it may have said to you or some thoughts about sacred reading itself or anything, you can always write me at james@sjumc.net. Thanks for joining me today. Remember that you're infinitely precious and unconditionally loved for the gift you already are. And until the next time I join you,